This is the most exciting part of our presentation. I think there might be singing and dancing, so I'm going to move this a little bit. So first of all, Chemekada, please.
If you can follow the beat, follow me. But you a young man, hard working, and you work hard, you wanna be big man, someday you got go to make it up, go to make it up. 5 words here, gonna tell you reason why. That's enough, thank you.
Built in 1979, Chemeketa Community College is located in the middle of the Willamette Valley in Oregon. Just an hour from the beach and an hour from the mountains, it's a beautiful place to live, study, and work.
Chemeketa is a great starting point for student preparation and academic success.
Chemeketa is a community of diversity that supports and cares about culture, different backgrounds, and
Chemeketa is a place of community where you can build a family outside of the classroom.
Chemeketa is a source of inspiration and second chances for a lot of people, and it's even prepared some of us to become Build EXITO scholars.
All right, this is a traditional dance performance from the Northern Marianas College. The song is entitled Half a Day, which means hello in our native language, Chamorro. So, half a day.
Aloha. No Hawaii mai mākou. And thank you for having us all here. What Kamali'i just shared with everyone was a traditional genealogical chant explaining the origins of the Hawaiian Islands, as well as the kalo, the taro, which is a staple food source for the native Hawaiians. And we share this with all of you because part of being Hawaiian and coming from Hawaii, knowing who you are is deeply rooted in where you come from.
But over time, many influences has taken Hawaii, which has given them a great melting pot of the diverse cultures. For instance, I'm Samoan and Mexican.
I'm Hawaiian, Chinese, German.
I'm Filipino and Chinese.
I'm Hawaiian, Mexican, Filipino, Chinese, and English.
I'm Hawaiian, Portuguese, Chinese, and Tahitian.
I'm Hawaiian, Chinese, Portuguese.
I'm Hawaiian, Japanese, Chinese, French, German, and Irish.
And I am Hawaiian, Chinese, Filipino, and Portuguese. And so we share all of this again because we feel that these truths best represent Hawaii, who we are, the people and the land that we come from. And we'd like to close with an oli mahalo, which is just a chant of thanks.
So at Clackamas, what we decided to do was to ask each student to say the first thing that came into their minds when they heard the word Clackamas. So our list of items became...
We at Clackamas value a few things that, like you said, came to mind. We're a community with a great support system. We value success and it's almost a community of, like a culture of community at our school for us. One of the things we love is we have free parking, so that's just kind of a side note, but an education that works. We're very friendly. We're very diverse too, and we have a special tie with veterans, and we have a lot of veterans that actually come to our school and a lot of support for them as well. We have, what did they say, 30 different clubs, somewhere right around there, including the STEM club. And we have a very low student to faculty ratio, which actually really helps when you need to go and reach out to the people that are in your program.
So taking those 10-ish kind of concepts, what we came to the conclusion is that Clackamas is a region that's kind of defined by its community and defined by having support for all the students that are in that community, to the point where many of the committees that we have on campus are run by combinations of faculty, administrative, and students. So we even care about the students having a voice in how the college is run. We also try to encourage the students to make all of these wonderful connections and groups and work together so that they can be successful. And we try to do it in a way that doesn't make it economically burdensome. So with that, that is our Clackamas welcome.
Okay, so we're Portland Community College, and we have found that there's quite a few things that we think that are very special about our college, and kind of about our home. At least that's how I see it in my experience. I am a first-generation college student that came from a broken home, and so I've been able to kind of find solace inside PCC. I kind of find we have 4 different campuses, and they all are like a doorway for each independent person that is represented by Portland and kind of represented by whoever wants to be a part of Portland Community College. And it kind of represents a safe space where you're able to invest in yourself without people pressuring you about doing the wrong thing or the thing that you shouldn't be doing right now or a waste of time. And not only are the other people there to invest in you, like faculty and staff, but even other students, like you guys right now. And I feel as though with my newfound home and newfound family that the welcome mat's always open. And I think that's what's important about Portland Community College.
What's important to me about PCC is that social justice is a strong priority there. And I come from a place where talking about those issues at best is no one cares, or you get mocked, or on the other end, at the worst case scenario, you could have violence done upon you. And knowing that I go to a school where not only is that kind of thing encouraged, but openly talked about and taught in many of the classes, it means a lot to me.
When I think of PCC, I think of the word inclusion, and that's because I come from a first-generation low-income household, and being able to go to a college that accepts diversity and appreciates students of color is something that I deeply value. I see this through our events such as the Dia de los Muertos, which means Day of the Dead, through Holi, through the mobile museum for Black History Month. And so when all of this comes down, I think of the Spanish saying is, mi casa es tu casa, so PCC is su casa.
Hi. To me, PCC is valuable because of its emphasis on accessibility. Being a mom of 4 kids living with a disability, there's no other school I could have imagined trying to go to. Their events have been accessible, and the programs and clubs provided on campus have provided a safe place and resources for people like me to succeed.
So when I first came to PCC, I was a high school dropout, and I felt very uncertain about my future, where it was going to go. And I decided one day that I wanted to have a better life, so I gave them a call, and they pretty much supported me all the way through. Now I have my high school diploma, and I'm in this program, so pretty much wherever you are in life, PCC wants to support you through that. So I think that's pretty amazing. Thank you.
Hi, we are from the University of Alaska Anchorage, and to give you a little bit of information about where we're from and what Alaska means to us, one of the things that I would state is that Alaska, and especially Anchorage, is a very diverse community. Within a group of 5 people, you can have somebody that works construction, or they fish, or they're a firefighter, or they're in the military. As our professor pointed out earlier, Anchorage is one of the most diverse populations in the entire nation, and we're a community that really accepts all sorts of, there's so many different ethnicities and so many different opportunities that are available in Alaska because it's such a big state with so many different resources, and there's a lot of magic and beauty to that.
So I kind of wanted to talk about how not only the natural beauty in Alaska differentiates from like any place you could possibly ever go. So like when asked like where am I from, I was born and raised in Alaska, but my whole family is from Colombia, and even though Colombia is so beautiful and I go there so often, if you would like tell me what's more beautiful, honestly Alaska is like the best bet. Like as you see in the slides, like the mountains are just so like beautiful. Like I think here is really pretty, and like it's just such a beautiful place, like all the buildings, but the mountains really stand out.
Hi everybody, my name is Zach. When people ask me where I'm from, I take a lot of pride in saying from Alaska. I believe it engenders an idea of rugged wilderness and danger and beauty, and in my experience that is pretty accurate, and I think the people that live in Alaska represent that.
Callie, and along the same lines as the rest of my cohort, you know, the Alaska is when we identify ourselves as a state. You know, we all kind of see this as just as like a whole mentality of like something different, and it's kind of hard to pinpoint. And I know that's kind of hard to identify, and kind of like, why are we coming up here and talking about this? I don't know. I don't know how to explain myself, but but you know, and that's kind of how we are. We're a little bit different, and there's something different about Alaska too that's kind of hard to explain, with the long hours of sun in the summertime and the long hours of winter in the wintertime and feet of snow.
And with that comes a little bit of warmth from the different kinds of people that live there, because you know, we have cars that break down all the time, and 5 feet of snow, which does happen. I have berms of snow in my driveway that I cannot get out if there's wind in certain times of the year. So you just kind of have to rely on each other, which is a little bit different than some of the lower places that you've been or anywhere else.
We Samoan people are really religious and Christian people. So we put God in everything that we do. In Samoa, we always say Samoa Mwambole Tua, which is we put God first and center with everything we do. We start with God and end with God.
In our Samoan culture, family is always second from God. We are such family-based people that it runs deep within our blood. Family comes first, well, family comes second from religious, and if you'd like to get to know us, we'll probably consider you brothers and sisters.
Elol le tama maletini Samoa ilananga nu e alai le falo alo e alai lana tu savali malana totala. People will always recognize a Samoan boy or a young girl by the way he presents himself, the way he talks, the way he walks, the way he exposes himself in front of everyone. Like, most of all, from the bottom line is respect. Like, us in Samoan, we respect people. Whenever you visit Samoa, you don't want to come back to where you're from because we treat you well by the way we respect you.
By the way we walk to extend more on that, when we go in front of people, we say, Tulo, Tulo. When we talk, we say, Talopa, Malo Sekua, Vaya Sekua. That's how we usually present ourselves. Ole ala e pule, ole totua. To lead, you have to serve. In Samoa, you will never gain your matai or chief title if you don't serve your family, village, community, and especially church.
With God, family, respect, and service as our fundamental values, we define our drive and our desire to maintain and satisfy our aforementioned pillars. Being from a small island, we are faced with big problems, especially health-related issues. Growing up on our small island, you are the future, is a cliche that we refuse to take lightly. As the future of Samoa, we Samoan maidens as the future of our beloved Samoa, our priority as Samoan maidens is to aid our people through our research. Fafitai.
Ole tawaluma, ole afai uma. Ole tawaluma, ole mali ese mako matalofi. Kabalotino, salapari manina.
So hi everyone, we are, like they said, from UOG. So we are from Guam. So just to start off, I want to tell you a little bit about our island. If you do not know, it is a very small, tiny dot on the globe in the Western Pacific Ocean. And if you think it's close to Hawaii, that's false because it is a 7 to 8 hour flight. It's not that fun. We are an unincorporated territory. We are U.S. citizens. However, we are only partially covered by the Constitution, meaning we do not vote for president. So if you do not have a liking to Trump, we did not take part in that. Our native language is Chamorro. However, we are a very diverse group. Within our group, we are Yapis, Filipino, and Chamorro. And so our island is very matrilineal, so meaning we're very family oriented, and we believe highly in reciprocity. And a big thing in our culture is really respect for the elderly.
So a few things about the University of Guam. So the University of Guam is the only four-year undergraduate institution in Micronesia, and it is also known for a few of its research centers. One being the Mark Library, which is the largest collection of Micronesian research in the world, I believe, and the University of Guam's award-winning Marine Lab Center, because we're in the middle of the Pacific, and also for our Island Sustainability Research Center.
So the UG's mission is Ina Descubre Set B, meaning to enlighten, to discover, and to serve.
And so the University of Guam, our students are also based on helping the health disparities on Guam. And so one of our involvements was to address the health disparity of tobacco consumption, which was one of the highest on Guam.
So little known fact is Guam is actually 17.5% high above the national average for tobacco consumption or smoking. And on Guam, the leading cause of death on Guam is heart disease, which could be linked to tobacco usage.
And so our students, we also partake in one of our GE classes, our General Ed's is Social Work 101. And within that class, we worked with organizations on Guam to pass a bill that raises the smoking age from 18 to 21. And we were successful, so that will take place on January 2018. And despite our cohort's different interests in research, our main focus is to address the other health disparities within the Micronesian region.
So all together, we want to prove to a bigger nation that smaller ones can still do big things, because we have like great diversity and there's still like so much more new knowledge to be shared.
So we are Portland State University, and we are
This is PSU, and we are. PSU is
Diverse,
welcoming, sustainable.
So as you can see, we're a very diverse group of people from many different backgrounds. So PSU offers a multitude of cultural centers and Smith Memorial Student Union. I'm not sure if you guys will be able to see that yet. But PSU then expands these cultural communities into their programs, such as the honors program, this program, and many others. So, and the focus of this program is our public health, and then we'll explain that link with OHSU.
So Portland State offers the Disability Resource Center, which helps students and provides services to help people with disabilities, either mental or physical. They also offer a Queer Resource Center, which allows people who are LGBTQ, I always mess that up and I'm gay. Oh well. It also provides mental services to help support people in that community. And we also offer SHAC, which has primary care center along with a mental health and counseling.
As Mariah briefly mentioned, we're heavily focused on public health. OHSU and PSU have recently partnered up, and we are basically a school of public health now. We have the CLSB, which is down at the waterfront, which we'll be seeing this Friday. But PSU has a lot to offer in regards to public health. I'm personally a health sciences major, and the health sciences curriculum basically consists of a multitude of public health classes that focus either on health quality or general issues with insurance or Medicaid or Medicare in our government. So we're really involved in public health throughout Portland State, and we really value our relationships with OHSU.
So yeah, programs like that get us really integrated into the city of Portland. So by the time we graduate, we feel very well prepared for the real world, and we're very well rounded, and our university definitely supports us to be successful. So these are the faces if you need help around campus and you're not sure where to go. These are the faces to ask questions to. And we all welcome you to Portland State University, and we hope you enjoy your stay. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for that warm welcome. What a great session this was. And I know that here at EXITO, we like to reflect on what we've learned after each session. And I wanted to share with you the 3 things that I've learned. The first thing I learned is that I can't believe how many of you are from PSU. That was a huge group. I didn't realize that about half of you are from PSU, and then the other groups are much smaller. So that was the first thing. The second thing I learned is that we communicate in different ways. Some are more comfortable with talking, some with singing, some with dancing, some with all 3. And that's an important thing to learn, that we're diverse in the ways that we communicate and likely the ways that we learn. And the third thing I learned is there's a heck of a lot of talent in this room. And we should, anything you need, you're going to find somebody in this room that can do that skill. So this is fabulous. I'm so happy this got added to the agenda, and I thank you for your participation in this session. Let's give ourselves a round of applause.